Cause you make my earthquake. Make my earthquake.
Put the lime in the coconut and pour it all around. Put the lime in the coconut and see in the morning. Hey Krys squad, and welcome back to another video. Today I am, give me a second, I know that's there. Today I'm going to be doing a story time. I was going to do the whisper challenge with my mom and my brother, but we're going to do that next Tuesday. So stay tuned. Before I get started, I have two announcements. Probably don't care about any of them, but it's fine. Number one, I got my hair done.
Oh my God! Wow!
Again, wow. And I'll show you in a second. That's the whole reason I have this on. I look like an elf on the shelf. But the second one is, I don't really have a second one. So I think it was just for myself because you know how much of a savage I am? I haven't even started my summer packet yet. So that's amazing for me. So I know you guys could partly see some of it here. My hair is now purple. This is my, okay, ready? This is my hair. This is my favorite freaking color, purple. And I was really hesitant about getting this hairstyle because I was in 6th grade. I would be made fun of because apparently my extensions were bad. The person who said that knows who they are. So, yeah.
No tea, no shade.
And my mom can't braid. So, I mean, that's your opinion. Okay, are you ready? Wow. Teehee. That's my new thing now. I say teehee now. So if somebody says teehee in the comments, we're going to fight. Just kidding. Fighting is stupid. Okay? Okay. Let's get started with the video. Okay, I'm about to start the video, but just a little disclaimer. I got this hair in, I think 4 or 5 days ago. So it is kind of messy because I was in the hot sun for most of those 4 or 5 days. So it's going to be like a little thing. But that's why they have a head tie. But it's on the floor, so it's fine. I don't think I'm going to be playing with it throughout the story time.
Newsflash, I do.
But I can't give any promises. So yeah, let's get finally into it. Okay, so these story times take place when I was like really young. Like I've moved a lot. And so the first house that I think I've been in was this tiny house. And then the tiny house, I moved to an apartment building. So I was in the apartment building. So I think that was when I was like, it was when I was 5 up until 3rd grade, I think. So a pretty long time we lived in the apartment. So we were, I think it was either daycare or kindergarten, but I'll see if I can put a picture right there. It was like these classrooms are like little trailers, like they look like trailers, but those are for like the daycare and like kindergarten classes. And then the 1st grade and 2nd grade, all of that stuff was in the actual school, and that we would eat lunch in the school. So we were outside, like my classroom was outside, and then you could walk to the school to get breakfast, and then you walk back. So it was dismissal time, and every day, if you behave, of course I behaved, like I'm Kristen, you would get like this little piece of paper, and they called it a green buck. And I was such a good student, bro. Like I was this close to getting student of the month. That got taken away real fast because I don't even know if they did student of the month back then, but I got really mad because okay. This is my teacher. This is a cantaloupe, I think. We'll call this Miss S because her name started with an S. And I tapped her. This is me. I said, Miss S, because it was the playground right next to the classroom. Like, it was on the same property. Like, the school owned it. And I said, Miss S, I want to go play in the playground. She said, okay. Like, I got permission from my teacher. I can go, right? So then I said, okay. And then so my classmates, because there wasn't a lot of people in the class at the time with me. I think it was like, I don't remember what day it was. Obviously, it was like a long time ago. But then I was so triggered, bro. I said, okay, and I walked down. There was like this little ramp. So I walked down and went to the playground. And I was having a good time for like a good 10 minutes. Like, she didn't notice I was gone for 10 minutes. Like, first of all, she said that I could go. Anyways, she said, okay, like, so I went, and there was this monkey bars that I really wanted to get onto, but I was too short. Back when Kristen was short. And then there was this lady, I was like, Miss, can you help me get up there? And she picked me up, and then I was this close, and I just feel somebody drag me down. I was like, yo, what the heck? I turned, Miss S was over there looking as bright as a tomato. I was like, what's the problem? She said, Kristen, she yelled mad loud. I heard, Kristen, you wandered off. You could have been lost. I was like, I could have been lost, but I'm right here next to the classroom. And then she picked me up by my hand. I felt like she was dragging me from my little backpack that I had on. She dragged me back into the school because that's where we got picked up from dismissal. She was yelling at me. We got inside. She took me to a corner. She opened my book bag like I had some missiles in there or something. And she snatched my green book right out of my backpack. I was like, excuse you, what did I do? And of course, Kristen being dramatic, I started crying. Because I was just like, no, like, I earned that green buck. And I had 19 green bucks. So that $1 was going to be 20 green bucks. And I could have gotten a Powerpuff Girls eraser, bro. Or some kind of, it was like a My Little Pony or something eraser. And I thought, and if you had those erasers, you were cool. So I was like, what the heck? So I was so mad. She said, I'm going to call your mom. Like, back then, I was so scared of my parents. Not so much of my mom, but like my dad. I wasn't really scared. My dad was just like, he was way bigger than me, obviously, and my mom was way bigger than me too. And like, they don't play around. Like, okay, you can get a note called. You can get like say I get in trouble in school. I got in trouble in school last year, right? And I think I got like 2 reminders. So you have to get like a note home. And then I was going down, like, because I had never gotten a note home before, like a bad one. So I was just like, oh my gosh, what if my mom got a thing? And I'm going off track. This year, she didn't really care. But last year, bro, no, like back then, not last year, I was finished. Because like, I can get a note home, but if the teacher has to physically call because I'm being bad, that's the last day you're going to see me in that school. I'm getting trouble. I don't know so much now, because if people call you, if somebody calls my parents and I didn't really do anything that I think that was bad, I don't really care. Like, I'll be like, okay, I'll suffer the consequences when I get home. But she was like so mad at me, and I was trying to explain to her. I said, but Miss S, I tapped you and you were doing something else. Kristen with her like vocabulary over here, slurring words, and she was just like, no, I didn't, I never told you anything. And in my mind, I was just like, but I know she did, because I waited for her to answer. I was like, what's the issue? And then I don't know if it was my grandma or my mom, because my grandma used to pick me up a lot, and we used to like go by my grandma's house all the time. So my grandma was like, I don't know who picked me up, but I just know they were mad because this teacher freaking snitched on me as soon as my parents walked through the door. As soon as my mom or my grandma walked through the door, I think it was my mom, because I think we came home right after that. And my mom, I always get in trouble when it's like a good day, bro. My mom was gonna take us to go get ice cream. If you guys know what Bounce You is, she was gonna take us to Bounce You. I was so irritated. I was like, but I didn't do anything. Miss S over here told me that I could go. I said, Miss S, I'm going to the playground. She could have opened her mouth.
I know you heard that New York accent, though.
And said no. She was doing something else. She could have turned around and said no. Or at least wait, because after people were dismissed, the people that were left would usually play in the playground. So I said, all right then. She said okay, and I was like, oh, I'm getting special treatment because she doesn't really let us do that when it's dismissal time. I was so mad. I was like, but you said I could go. And then so my mom I think it was my mom. And she was like, as soon as she walked through the door, she was like, Kristen wandered away from me today. She was making it seem like I left the school. I was just like, I went. The classroom, something was going on. The classroom is dead right here. The playground is right here. You have to go down the ramp and the playground is right there. Like, it wasn't even that big of a deal. And she over there snitching on me. I was like, my gosh. And then, like, I had friends back then and they were triplets. I think one of them name was like Santa or something. Like, I'm so serious. And then so the triplets were looking at me like, ooh, they said, ooh la la la. Oh my God. They would say it at the same time. So it'd be like, ooh, 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 la la la. And it was so annoying. Because my mom was ready to go like full sicko mode on me in the place. I was just like, and then she said, let's go. We're going home. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is so unfair. Like, I felt so betrayed. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, she said that I could go. So why am I getting in trouble? And then apparently she told my parents that I wandered off and I didn't say anything to her. When I don't know how that could have physically happened, because she made us hold hands with her as, like, Miss S made us hold hands with her as we walked down. And if she felt somebody let go of her hand, she would be like, what the heck? I let go of her hand to tap her. She felt me tap her because she said yes. So I was like, what was the misconception of me trying to go play with the monkey bars? Because there's no playground around my house at that time. So I was like, oh, I think there was, but I wasn't about to go over there. So then my mom's over here, like, she wasn't really barking on me, but it was just like silent. And I said, Mommy? She said, what? I was like, dang, I really messed up then because I don't know what I did. Like, the whole time, people was telling me, like, I didn't say anything. I was like, how are you telling me what I did and did not say? Like, I think I would remember. But when I was little, apparently I used to make up stories. So I guess they didn't believe me because of that. I don't make up stories anymore. Imagine I do and I'm telling this story. No. This was like a full story. Like, I remember it because I was so... Let me tell you what happens next. I got home and my dad, as soon as I walked through the door, like, it was a pretty big apartment, I guess, but it was a one-room apartment, and then it was a huge living room and then a huge kitchen. So my mom, my dad, and me, my brother all shared one room. This is when I started freaking out. My dad was waiting for me by the living room. He was like, I heard you wandered off at school today. I was like, first of all, you're making me seem like I left the school to go get McDonald's or something. Like, I didn't do all of that. Like, I told her that I wanted to go to, and he said, my turn to speak. Maybe he didn't say all that, but I know he was just like, no, like, no. And he asked me, like, did I wander off at school? Like, did you really wander off or something like that? This was like a long time ago, so I'm just doing it based on my memory. And then I said yes, because everybody was around me was telling me, yo, there was this lady I didn't even know. And she said, I saw her walk off. I was like, listen, Janet, you was over there with your little son. Little crusty nose son. So I don't know what's happening here. And then the lady who picked me up trying to put on the monkey bars was just like, no, but she said that you said yes. So I was like, thank you. But then, of course, nobody listened. And so I just said yes because, like, everybody was telling me. And if I argued, I would have gotten more trouble. And what happened next changed my whole outlook on life. My dad said, go in the room and take a nap. Take a nap? What do you think this is? This is not Blue's Clues. He told me to go take a nap, and I got so mad. Like, when I was little, taking a nap was like the worst punishment ever, because since we didn't go to Bound 2 or anything like that, I could have been watching freaking Team Umizoomi. I could have been watching Blue's Clues. I could have been watching Caillou. Like, there was so many things that I could have done, and I couldn't. So he said, go in your room and take a nap. I was like, oh my God, you're making me take, like, taking a nap was so boring because it was just, I would climb up on my bunk bed and just think. And then my brother wasn't in trouble because I didn't even know if my brother was in school at that time. And then so he went, there was a TV in the bedroom, right, that we all shared. My brother goes and puts on his little Thomas the Train, a little Einstein's, while I'm on punishment. I was like, wow. I don't even know how old my brother was, but he was old enough to like know like what shows he liked. So I don't know if he set it up himself or my mom did it, but I was tight. And it was like, if I catch you watching TV, you stay in here for longer. Or like you won't watch TV at all or something like that. I was slick. I was like, I would fake sleep when they come to the room. I was so mad. And then so they come out, like, they're like, Kristen, you can come out now. I was like, about time. And then I think like, I don't know, I forgot what they did after that, but I think they was just like, if you ever wander off again, blah, 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 or I might have gone like no TV for a day. But I was tight, bro. I was mad. I was like, because when my cousin used to come babysit me, my cousin was way older than me. She was my dad's cousin, so I guess my second cousin. She was like in her teens or something, and she would be like, first of all, a 7 and 8 year old doesn't need to take a nap, right? To me, you don't need to take a nap when you're 7 to 8 years old. I don't know about the brain development or freaking brainology, but I don't like taking naps at all. Now I took a nap yesterday because my head was hurting, and I felt refreshed, like. But like naps then, like still now, like I don't take naps unless like there's actually something wrong with me or something like that. But like I don't just take naps like, oh, I'm bored, I'm gonna take a nap. Like, I may take naps in school though if it's like really boring, but like you would never know because I'm so slick about it. So yeah, she told me that I had to take a nap, and like I was upset. Oh my God, I had like a tiny little LG iPad. I don't have it anymore, but it was like you press it and some star would go like whoosh, and then it would like unlock. I'm getting off track, but more than the story, I got blamed for wandering off. I mean, if you want to count that as I did, I guess I did, because I did walk out of the teacher's sight. But like that was with the teacher's permission, so I don't know what they really wanted from me at that point. But yeah, but here's the thing, guys. I was pretty dumb, and I'm gonna tell you why in the next story. Okay, so this story, I don't know if it takes place when I'm older or younger, but I think it was when my little brother KJ was a little bit older, so maybe, let's say first grade to kindergarten, or maybe first grade to second grade. Kindergarten to second grade, I think, was around that time period. I say everything when I'm 4 and 5 years old, so if I keep saying that, like, it's not going to be accurate. So we were in Target with my mom's friends, and my mom's friend's kids were like older than me. So we were just walking around, like having a good time. I think it was like winter or something, because I think I had like some zebra hat on. And then I was like the kids were like, oh my gosh, like, Kristen, do you want to go to the toy section? And I was like, I'm down. And then my mom like told the kids to watch me or something like that, or like to stay together. And then I think I hear like, oh, who race to the toy section. And then they like tricked me. They went this way, and then I looked away to make sure I wasn't too far from my mom. And I thought they kept going that way, but they just went that way. Because the toy section was right next to me, and I didn't even know. I was like, what the heck? So I run, and I'm just like, oh my God, I don't see them. Like, I'm going to be like the first one there. No, I was the last one there. I wasn't even there. So I ended up all the way, like, the entrance to Target was like the other side. Like there was entrances, but like the entrances that I was on, I ended up on the other side of the store. Like I ended up by like the cards and like the registers and all that stuff. And I was like, what? Like I was just like, I don't see no toys. So I kept looking around for toys. I was like, oh, maybe I just took a wrong turn. I ended up halfway across the store. Like I was basically on the other side of the store. So I was like, what? And then I was just about to go panic mode because I was just like, where's my mom at though? Like I was like kind of confused because I was only there with my mom, and I think my dad was like at home. I think he had like came home from work or something. So, and the crazy thing, my brother made it to the toy section, but I was on the complete other side of the store. I was like, what the heck? And then I'm like going around and I'm like, mommy. And I was mad loud. Like I would never do that. I would like silently text my mom like, where are you? Like SOS, like send help. But I didn't have a phone. I don't even think I had an iPad. I don't even know. I just, or maybe I didn't. I just gave it to my mom. I was like, mommy, where are you? Because I heard someone like, that's what you're supposed to do. And then go to the nearest adult. But Target's full of adults that I don't know. So I was like, so then this guy had a walkie-talkie. And he had like a red shirt and he had a name tag. So I was like, I think you work here. So I was about to pass him though. Because I was like low-key kind of shy. So I was just like, I mean. And then I just passed him. I was like, mommy, where are you? And then so there was this guy. He was a tall man. And he was talking to the Target person. And he was just like, yo, that little girl can't find her mom. And I was just like, thank you for saying that. Because I was not about to say that. And then he was just like, what's your name, sweetie? Where's your mom? What gets me triggered about that whole story, the man said this little girl lost her mom. So how are you about to ask the little girl, where's her mom? I don't know. That's the whole reason I'm looking for her. Like, what? And then he had his walkie-talkie, like he had something on his chest and then he had something on his hand, like the walkie-talkie. He was like, can the parent of what's your name? And I was like, Kristen, cut. I might have just leaked my last name. I'll edit it out. He was like, can the parent of Kristen, blah, 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 blah. I'm not gonna tell. If you already know my last name, good for you. Nobody else needs to know. And then like can the parents of Kristen blah, 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 can please come to like, where were we? It was like, please come to like the entrance or something like that. But there was like 14 other entrances. So I was like, what the heck? And then so he said, hold my hand. I was like, all right then. Like mom told me not to hold hands with strangers, but okay. So I held his hand, right? And we was walking for it felt like a long time, but it was probably like 5 minutes. And then I see my mom, and I went right out of this boy's hand. I was like, mommy! And then she hugged me mad tight. She said, why did you wander off? I was like, yo, again? I was just like, but they said, and I was like, but I thought, like, she switched up real quick. Like, my mom doesn't, like, switch up like that, but I think she was just like, oh, she thought I got lost or something. Because it was, like, Target. Like, people could get kidnapped in Target or something like that. So she hugged me mad tight. She was like, why did you wander off? And I was just like, but I didn't wander off. Like, I thought that was a toy section. And nobody told me where the toy section was. As I said before, toy section was dead right here. The whole group was right here. But they went like that and then turned left when I wasn't looking. So, like, whose fault really is that? I mean, I wasn't paying attention, but at the same time, I was checking to see how far it was from my mom. So I was, like, low-key kind of triggered. I was just like, but I thought, like, because there was toys that way, but there was a whole thing of toys this way. And I've been to Target, like, 5 million times, so I know, like, I could wander off in Target if I want to, because I have a freaking phone. Well, this is not a phone, but I have devices that I can use, right? So, moral of the story is, if your kids are younger than 7th grade, keep an eye on. I'm going into 8th grade. I'm an 8th grader. Hello. But I don't know, like, my brother's about to go into middle school, and I'm just scared because my brother got lost a bunch of times. Like, my brother got lost in school. Like, how do your teacher lose you while you're still in the school? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, Oh my god, I got lost a bunch of times because people need to pay attention to me. When I was little, I didn't care where I was going. Like, I was just interested in stuff. And like I would just wander off. And then they'll be like, why did you wander off? We're like, but why did you take your eyes off me though? Yeah, I know it was partially my fault that I what's it called? I wandered off. But I always made it back, didn't I? I'm actually should be really grateful for that because some kids don't make it back. Period. So yeah, that was my 2 story times of how I got lost. There are a lot more, but I don't want this video to be 37 minutes like my last one was. And I'm sure nobody probably watched that, so thank you so much for watching. Also, notice that there is a new intro. That I'm just experimenting with a bunch of intros. So tell me if you like my first one, my second one, or the third one, or the one that I put in the video better. And then I know it's for my liking, but I'm really indecisive. So it would be, I like all of them. So it would be nice if you guys help me decide which one, because after I choose my permanent one, I'm not changing it. So if you guys want to help me out, you could say in the comments which one you like. But people don't really talk in the comments. So if I don't get comments, I'll just do whatever I want. So okay, so quick update on the comments. You don't have to if you don't want to, because I've decided that I'm going to use the current intro that I have from now on. I don't really care if people don't like it, if that doesn't attract them to the KHJ squad or Krys chat. That's tough. I like it. It's short and simple, and I don't want to have to deal with the music not syncing with the photos every time I do it. So you can still talk in the comments and share your opinion. I will read it. I will answer back some of them, but just letting you know. Thank you so much for watching. You guys already know the drill. Also, we are back up at 35 subscribers because we lost 2 subscribers. It's kind of heartbreaking for me. Not really, but you know. Our goal by the end of the summer is by September 1st is 50 subscribers. So if you guys could make it to 50 subscribers by September 1st, like, you guys still have time, like, you know, maybe like, because September 5th, I think we're going back to school. Like, the KHJ squad is going back to school because we go to the same school. So maybe we'll do like something cool. I don't know. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and have an amazing Tuesday.
'Cause you make my earthquake.